Let's take a look at a couple of aggressive growth stock picks now, shall we, with our aggressive growth stock strategist, Brian Bolan. The first one that you chose is a golf company here. It's always golf season somewhere, I guess, right?
Yeah, except for maybe Alaska or, far up north, Canada maybe. But, down south, Florida, Texas, those sorts of areas, you're always going to have golfers out and about. And my dad is a very avid golfer, and he likes to say, it never rains on the golf course. So he's always out there, even if it's raining. My favorite joke with that one is if there's two golfers playing golf and they happen to look out and there was a lake that's attached to the golf course, and they say, haha, look at those two idiots fishing in the rain.
Well, thanks for that, Brian.
That was a good one.
Tell us about Calloway Golf.
Callaway makes golf clubs and accessories, and a lot of people would think that you don't want to buy a golf club maker or that sort of industry at this time. It's obviously when the season's winding down, but this is the time when they're going to have road shows, all sorts of conferences, and the avid golfers that were out there in the summer are going to go down south for the winter here and there, and they're going to want to keep their game pretty solid. So there is no off season like we were saying, but there is a season of earnings. And the company has beat over the last 4 times, so every time with last year. And I think the last one was the pretty big one. It was a 36% beat. So what we're looking for is continued growth out of this company. We see that right now it's a Zacks #1 rank, and it's had quite a nice pop here recently. Obviously, that's from that recent beat. So we look for good things for them to come.
All right, now for something completely different. Huron Consulting. What kind of a consulting company is this?
Yeah, there's no real segue, is there?
I just did it. Now for something completely different. Right. You're not paying attention, Brian.
I missed it. I was hoping that there was going to be your turn to do a joke there.
I just did.
Okay. Well,
obviously, you're laughing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I have to, because if I don't, no one will.
Okay.
At least on this set.
Don't feel obligated. It's okay.
Yeah, Huron Consulting. And this is the idea with the consulting companies. It's really hard to peg down, what their future growth is going to look like and what their guidance is going to be.
Is this a business consulting company?
Yes, business consulting.
Okay.
So when they bring in a customer, their project lengths can be short or they can be very long. And the idea is that you don't know when the customers are going to have problems. You can assume that there's going to be things, like the government website for Obamacare is going down. That could be a potential project. Or if there's other, disaster type relief situations going on, where there's a need for instantaneous recovery of data or something like that, or even on the business consulting side, maybe there's been a government shakeup or a shutdown, that these types of businesses are very difficult to guide Wall Street to. So with that, you're not going to have a lot of beats, but Huron has beat 4 straight times. It's also a #1 rank right now, and that's because we see analysts are moving their numbers up. And if we take a look at the chart over the last year, we can see nice, steady growth. It's that 45% or 45-degree angle of a stock chart that I think a lot of aggressive growth investors like to see, even with this one being a little bit less of a high beta type stock.
All right. Do you own either of these two?
I do not.
All right. Check out other aggressive growth stock picks and stock picks in other investing categories on our website, Zacks.com. And we promise the written ones don't have Brian's bad jokes in them. If you're not there already, get on over. They change often with Brian. I'm Terry Ruffalo.